Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Immaculate Odera, and as you had seen from the previous video, I am doing a series on my pregnancy journey. From the first video I had done the how I found out I was pregnant. So today I'm going to do a video on the signs and symptoms, like what signs I had, what pregnancy signs I had during my pregnancy. So obviously the first sign is the missed period. And okay, as I had told you before, I had assumed it was because of the change in weather from Nairobi to Voi, but it happened to be not the case. So that was the first sign. It was the missed periods. Okay, I think that is normal. Everyone knows the first thing you have when you have a missed period, you start thinking that you're pregnant, and that was it. So after the mixed period, okay, mm, after the missed periods, the next sign I had, but I didn't realize I was really pregnant, was my nipples had become so sensitive, like extra sensitive. So, okay, I thought it was maybe because of the ovulation and because I was expecting my periods, maybe because of the periods. But later I came to find out that that was not the case. So, after the missed periods, the next thing that I had noticed was the sensitive nipples. And then after a while, my boobs started getting larger. All of a sudden, my bras started, not fitting well. So my boobs had started enlarging. I think that is normal also in preparation for milk, baby's milk, and breastfeeding. So I experienced enlarged boobs, and that was among the first signs that I had. Also, there's there's the food aversions. So immediately, I had mentioned this in the previous video. Immediately I took the test and confirmed I was pregnant, I just started having the symptoms. So also I had mentioned that I was doing my internship at a hotel in Voi. So there's different departments in a hotel setup. So when I realized I was pregnant, I was in food and production. Now that is the kitchen in the hotel industry. So I was working in the kitchen. After I realized I was pregnant, funny thing, like the next day I was in the kitchen, we were making breakfast, eggs, oats and stuff, and I could not handle the smell of eggs. Anywhere there was eggs, I will just be out of there. Okay, that was the main thing, eggs and fish. Anywhere that they were making eggs, something, eggs, pancakes, they have to use eggs, I would avoid. Also fish, we were making some fish dishes, and I could not stand the smell of fish, raw or cooked. I could not stand the smell of fish. So I would, I would make myself scarce in those situations. Where there is egg, I will just find a way to get out of there. Where there was fish, I will also find a way to get out of there. And it was not just the smell. Okay, of course, if I cannot handle the smell, I could not also eat the eggs or the fish. So during breakfast, I could have some, some leftover stuff, some eggs, and I could not just eat it. So my friends would ask, like, sometimes, Queenie, you don't eat eggs? And I'm like, no, I don't just feel like eating eggs. At lunchtime, we have leftover stuff like the fish that we had served to the guests, and it is leftover. They will try to give me fish, and I'm like, no, 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 I can't eat fish. Because I had not mentioned to anyone that I was pregnant, I could not give a reason to why I could not eat the fish. I just say I don't feel like eating fish. Also, I experienced, nausea and dizziness. In the kitchen, after done kitchen, I went to service, that is waitress stuff. After service, I went to the bar. After the bar, I went to housekeeping and reception. So all through this department, there is a lot of standing involved. So you just know I will be standing and all of a sudden I'm feeling dizzy. I need to go and sit somewhere. So thank God in kitchen I will just go to the dining area. Okay, not really dining area, but the place that was reserved for eating. So I'll just go there, sit down, take a 5 minutes break, and then I go back to the kitchen. Also in service, there was a small area in the mise en place station. There was a small area that you could sit. So anytime I felt like, oh, I've had enough, I just go take a 5 minute break, sit down, maybe drink some water, and then I go back to service. Also, that applies same to the bar. After standing for a long time and I feel like I'm dizzy and nauseous, I'll just sit down. Okay, thankfully there was some sitting places in the bar area, but you are not supposed to sit. You are supposed to be standing. But okay, I'll be standing, and then when I feel like I need to take a break or something, I'll just sit down for some time, and then I stand again. Housekeeping was a little bit easier because you know you are working in the rooms and stuff. So there was, you know, there was you had that chance. You could sit for a while and continue with the work. I would sit on the stairs and stuff. Also, front office at the reception, you are supposed to be standing at all times unless you could only sit when you are working maybe on the computer, when you're checking in a guest, checking out, and you know just doing some other stuff, but you are supposed to be standing all the other time. So I just stand, and then when I'm feeling tired or something, I just go. There was like a small room at the back. I just go there, have a 5 minutes break, and then I come back at the reception. Also, after sitting or standing for a while, I feel dizzy. When I'm sitting down and then all of a sudden I just wake up, I feel dizzy and I need to sit back down for a while before I stand and continue with what I'm doing. Or in the morning, maybe when I wake up, I'll just wake up getting out of bed and I'm feeling dizzy. So I have to sit first for a while and then I can wake up, I can stand from the bed. So that was it. Mm, Also, thankfully, I am so thankful that I did not have the morning sickness. Okay, I know morning sickness does not necessarily mean it happens in the morning, but most of it does happen in the morning. So I'm so thankful I did not have any of that, you know, the vomiting and stuff. None of that happened to me. And I'm so grateful because working in those areas, there is some places where I needed to have reported to work by around 5 or 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just imagining if I had to experience the morning sickness, that would have been really, really tough. I'm so thankful I didn't experience any of that except for the dizziness and nausea, but the vomiting and the extreme stuff didn't happen. Also, after the food aversions, there's also mood swings. Damn. Oh, I really okay. Normally, I'm a person who I'd say most of the time I don't get in touch with my feelings at all, at all. Okay, let me say gangster, but not really gangster, but somehow gangster. So when I realized, okay, after when I was pregnant, I was so emotional, so emotional. Like you could just say the lightest thing to me, and I would be tearing up immediately. Also, the mood swings, you know, one time you want to talk to someone, the next minute you have had enough of them and you cannot take any more of them. I think that was just it. Okay, and also it was not like to a specific person or anything, but it was just to everyone. Like, I'd be talking to you this moment, but the next moment I just want to be done with you. And okay, so I tried to manage that. I think I did. I think I did. Being in reception, you just had to be smiling all the time, so my moods were not welcome there. So I managed that, and it was not easy, but I did. Bloating and gas. Oh my god, I was so bloated. Like, most of the time, I just feel bloated. My stomach was bloated, and I was like, okay, I knew I was pregnant, but I did not expect like my stomach would be like that big at the time, because I was like a few weeks pregnant, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. So my stomach will be bloated, and I have a lot of gas, and it was so uncomfortable. But I think it comes with the package, so I had to deal with that. And the tiredness, I would just be tired. Anytime when I was not working, I was in bed sleeping, and I would wake up tired, but I still had to do what I needed to do. So it was not an excuse. Mm, and then after all the symptoms, okay, that I've majorly mentioned the symptoms that I had in my first trimester. In the second and third trimester, I think nothing much changed. I like had just the same symptoms. Mm, the food aversion, somehow I got over it, and I could eat eggs and fish later in the pregnancy. Also, what else? Another common sign or symptom of pregnancy is your feet swelling. I didn't experience any of that. And what else? Of course, there's the tiredness when you're in your third trimester. The belly has, the baby is fully grown, your belly is big over there, and even sleeping is a task. Sleeping was really, really, really a hard task. Turning in bed, you cannot sleep on your back, you cannot sleep on your stomach, you have to sleep on your sides, and the most recommended side is on the left side. But mostly I'd feel comfortable sleeping on my right side somehow. I don't know, so I just sleep on my right side as long as I'm sleeping on my side. So also, my belly was not like, the so protruding. I had a fairly small bump. So I think that made it easier for me somehow. And yeah, I think that is it. That was like the last symptom, okay, that I can say, the growing bump. My bump was growing, okay, so slowly. I didn't have like that big bump. So I think that is it for today's video. Thank you for clicking and watching this video. Please kindly subscribe. You are free to leave a comment, and let's meet on the next video. I That's it for today. Thank you for watching. My name is Immaculate. See you next time.